Hi, I'm back. Today I would like to finish talking about the crazy cycle. I started last time. And basically it's like she feels no love, so she acts without respect. And he feels no respect, so he acts without love. And they keep going at each other with mean words and mean actions, and they're stuck in the crazy cycle. Sometimes the reason, like in my case, I thought my husband was just like me and needed love, love, love. And that he needed to talk out things just like I did. So when I heard about Ephesians 5:33, where God commands to the husband and wife, it says, "Nevertheless, let each one of you in particular so love his own wife as himself. And let the wife see that she respects her husband." That was a real eye-opener for me. And then when I studied on and started to practice it with my husband and my boys, it worked. I learned to be quiet and let them lead. Let them be the subjects. If something was not right, then respectfully I will suggest something else. Do not scold, darken your eyes and put your hand on your hips and shout and scream. Men think you despise them. Calm down and say things with a glimpse in your eye. Even make an appointment to talk. That's how men talk to each other. They learned that in a young age. Because if they spoke like that to each other, it would end up in a fight, and they might get beaten up. Also in the Bible we learn about how Eve was created. In Genesis 2:23, and Adam said, "This is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother, and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh." This is beautiful words, and a beautiful goal, that husband and wife shall become one flesh. But it's easy to say, and it's hard to do. In Genesis 2:20, so Adam gave names to like the cattle, to the birds of the air, and to every living creature. But there was nobody for him. There was not found a helper comparable to him. So woman was supposed to be man's helper. The man is supposed to work and lead the family, and the woman is supposed to support her husband and carry God's children. And they raise the children together. Husband and wife are equal in love, but they have different roles in the family, different responsibilities. They are very different, not wrong, none of them are wrong, just different, and that's how God created us. Why do we have divorce, and why do we have so many dysfunctional families? Well, we can look at how it all began. The fall of man is the first cause. Adam and Eve, the first people, fell. They had a too early sexual relationship. You can see they covered their lower parts. They had the first dysfunctional family, and their sons, Cain killed his brother Abel. The fall can only be restored through Christ. Reverend Sun Myung Moon came as the second coming of Christ, the King of Kings, and is reconnecting couples through the marriage blessing to God's lineage, restoring them as kings and queens, co-heirs with Christ, led by his own son, the heir, the second king, Sun Moon, to establish the wrought of iron kingdom on earth with freedom and sovereignty. We are to become like shepherds for mankind, just like Heavenly Father is our shepherd. The second cause of all the problems is the ignorance of the difference between man and woman. Like Emerson Eckridge explained, women have pink sunglasses on, pink hearing aids, and speak to a pink megaphone. And man has blue sunglasses on, blue hearing aid, and speaks to a blue megaphone. Many times we do not understand each other. So the key is to try to understand each other. A woman says, I have nothing to wear. She means I have nothing new to wear. A man says, I have nothing to wear. He means I have nothing clean to wear. Same words, but different meaning. There's a story about a woman who gained weight, and she tells it to her husband. He's a good husband. He goes to the local bookstore, and he finds the perfect book, Dieting for the Christian Woman. He is so proud. He comes home, he gives it to her. She becomes furious. The crazy cycle starts because we women are very sensitive to how our husband look at us and think he will not love us if we gain a few pounds and if we don't look like a cheerleader. The man has no problem. If we buy him a diet book, he can bring out Atlas at any time and think he looks great. He asks, what's for dinner? But if she goes out and buys a marriage book and underlines what's important because he doesn't like to read so much, she thinks, he struggles. Last marriage book they read together, they got into a fight, a big fight. So he ignores the book and stonewalls her, and she's insulted. Both cases, they end up on the crazy cycle. He feels no respect and does not love her. She feels no love and disrespects him. In my own family, I taught all my boys how to drive. But now they know a lot more about cars now when they're getting older than me. So now they are helping me with my car and educating me about how to improve my driving. So I have to stay humble and learn and listen and learn from them now. They saved me many times when my car broke down. Also, I cooked for them since they were babies. But now they're learning to cook and they're good at grilling and they can make some really special good dishes. They know how to cook better than me. So I have to stay humble and help them to grow and learn to lead their future wife and family. It's not always natural, but it works. Okay, there's other chapters in the book that are about, like she fears being a doormat, and he's tired of just not getting it. She thinks she cannot forgive him, and he said, nobody can love this woman. Men feel criticism as contempt, and women feel silence as hostility. I recommend the book Love and Respect by Emerson Eggerichs, or the 5 DVDs about the same content. I will share some key points I have learned next time about how to love your wife, and later in another talk, how to respect your husband. Have a great day. Practice loving your wife and respecting your husband. Bye bye. See you.